We are looking at the 5 facts of faith, and we have already discussed fact number 1, which was that we cannot exercise faith without using our imagination. Faith requires or utilizes the use of the imagination in order to be exercised. And we already discussed and established that faith is the mental resolve to act with certainty and confidence to bring into being what we believe or believe to be possible or first imagined in our mind. So faith is that energy that is utilized on our part to bring into being, into existence, into achieving the very thing that we first imagined in our minds, beloved. And so faith is that energy, that definite, certain energy that is linked to that definite, certain resolve that we have to see in reality what we constructed first in our minds. So we overcome the world, the flesh, and the devil in our minds before we overcome in our life. And because we see ourselves as overcomers and we accept the overcoming power that Christ makes available to us, then we are now literally able to go and live that overcomer's life. So that's the first fact of faith. The second fact is like unto the first, but with a little more specific detail, juxtaposed between the points of imagination and the exercise of faith, because faith is just an action. And what is fact number 2 is that you can only exercise faith for something that you believe to be possible. So in order to exercise faith, you have to first address or adjust your belief system. All right? Your belief system. So faith is the engine, belief is the transmission. Imagination is the driver. Or however you want to switch it, beloved. But you get the point. And so the engine of faith will do the work that you think that it can do. So you have to address what you believe to be possible. So that's on you now. That's on no one else but you. So here's our problem when it comes to this. This is what the devil wants. I'm going to probably jump in and through my notes, but I'm still going to go back over it systematically the way I have them written. But this is our problem. This is what we have to guard our souls against. We believe that God can do all things. Yes, we do. But we don't believe that He's going to do it for us. We believe that all things are possible, but we don't believe that all things are possible for us. We believe that God can work miracles, but we don't believe that He's going to work those miracles for us. So if we don't believe that He's going to do it for us, we then can't exercise faith for it, can we? You see? So this is the issue that we face. We can only exercise faith for what we believe to be possible, beloved. That's all. We can only exercise faith for something that we believe to be possible. So when it comes to exercise faith, faith in the simplest terms is the resolve in our minds to use our energy to achieve what we believe to be possible or what we imagine. So this is why I say belief is juxtaposed between imagination and faith. So we are teaching this. We are learning these concepts because we need to know how to have that faith that overcomes the world, the flesh, the devil, that faith that literally changes your life, changes your quality of life and your state of existence. All right. So only people who are not enjoying a decent our basic state of existence really feel this. Because those who are rich increase with goods and their belly are full. They don't feel it like how we would feel it. And so, beloved, these things are necessary. So, again, the purpose of this ministry is to teach you how to live righteously by faith. Because your faith is what is going to give you the endurance. Not your understanding of doctrine. Not your membership in a church, organization, or institution. But your faith in the living God. To have that faith that endures unto the end. He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. So let's jump into our subject matter. So in order to exercise faith, you first have to address your belief system. Because it is your belief system that embraces things as either possible or impossible. So if you think that something is impossible, if you think that walking on water is impossible, you can't exercise faith to walk on this water. You know, one of the things that I always thought was possible when I read the Bible, when I read that word picture of faith, and I saw the story of Philip, it was, and God teleported him from one place to another place. I said, that is possible, yes. I want that to happen to me. And because I believed that it was possible, I watched God did it to me when I was lost in the forest and 2 hours away from home and the sun was about to set and we had no light. And there wasn't no cell phones in that day. And I watched and I closed my eyes in one spot and prayed and opened my eyes in another spot. And I looked at the person that was with me and he looked at me and we were like blown away and we said, don't say anything. And we just rejoiced because we understood what God just did for us. But you know what? I always believed that that was possible. So you actually have to have a very honest conversation with yourself. You have to have an honest conversation with your soul and distill your belief system layer by layer, beloved. So you have to have an honest conversation with who you are, your expectations of God, and what you believe that God is going to do for you. The reason why people don't believe the things that are written in the Bible, that there was an ark, or that the sun stood still, or that the clock went back 15 degrees, or the axe head floated, because they don't believe that those things are possible. So it's not that it is not possible, it's that they don't believe. But if you take our present day technology 1,000 years in the past, and you go and take a cell phone and show people the image of another person on a cell phone and you're capturing them on video, you are working witchcraft. Because those people had no concept or conceptualization of such things that we have right now. So they would not believe that that is possible. Because they don't believe that it's possible, they reject it and they deny it and they ostracize you for it, sorry. But the belief is on them, it's not on you. So have an honest conversation with your soul, beloved. What do you believe is possible? What do you believe is possible? And if you're courting someone, you need to have a conversation on beliefs. What do you believe is possible? And you're going to see that person. Our beliefs show who we really are. Have honest conversations with your soul and also with your significant other. Because your belief system, your faith is anchored upon your belief system, what you believe to be possible. This phone that I'm recording this message on is limited by possibility. So it's only 128 gigs. So I can only record material that is going to fit in this phone. So what you believe to be possible becomes your limitation in life. Your belief of something to be possible is the capacity of your life, or rather belief is the capacity of faith. Faith only runs upon the capacity of your belief. Your imagination can change your belief though. who you associate around can change your belief. But your belief is the capacity that your faith acts under or operates under, beloved. Your belief is your capacity, is the capacity that your faith lacks, operates under. So if I have 512 gigabytes of information to download in my phone, it ain't gonna fit. So a lot of our faith don't fit our belief because we don't believe that that is possible. And if you don't believe something is possible, you cannot exercise the faith. Faith is energy. Faith is resolve and energy. You cannot exercise the faith to make it happen. I hear you, man. That's all possible, but you don't believe it, so you can't work towards making it happen. So, beloved, your belief system is what your faith is anchored upon. Faith is the energy and the determination to achieve something that you believe to be possible. So there is no achieving without first believing. Belief is capacity. Belief also builds capacity. So belief, beloved, is a bridge to possibility. Life is built on belief. We are distilling these thoughts. Your entire life is built on what you personally believe to be possible for your personal, individual experience. Your level of happiness and security that you are in now and that you experience is built upon what you believe to be possible. So if you believe in more, you can exercise the faith for more. But if you believe in less, you're not going to be able to exercise the faith for more because your belief tempers your faith. Your belief is the buffer to the energy level, the energy output of faith. Your belief is the buffer, the hindrance, the limitation, the limiter to the energy output of faith, beloved. Your belief is what increases your capacity. Your belief is going to take your storage unit from 64 gigs to 2 terabytes. Your belief, that's what belief does. This is how it works. So you have to sit down and literally imagine a different life. Imagine a different experience. Entertain a different caliber of conversation. Entertain a different caliber of association. Read those word pictures of faith so that it can adjust your belief system so that your energy output can increase. Because faith is just the energy output. So, belief is a bridge to possibility. Belief is a bridge to possibility. Life is built on belief. So belief is what takes us from one destination to another. And this is very literal, because if I leave home now, I'm supposed to leave home, I'm supposed to go and buy some fans for my children. Because their fans are not working any longer. But I know where I desire to go. I hope I'm going to get there. And so I believe that God is going to take me there in peace and in safety. And as I drive, by faith, I'm going to take every precaution as I drive on the road to be careful to get to my destination, do what I have to do, and come back home by God's grace. So my journey is based on the belief that I am going to get there safely and return safely with what I went out to get. That's belief. Every journey that you take is on belief because you have no surety. Your belief then becomes your surety. Your faith then becomes your surety. So for the agnostic, the atheist, who do not understand what faith and belief actually is, and they say that they don't believe, they are deluding themselves because They don't know when they get on that aircraft if that aircraft is going to reach safely. They don't know if the pilot is qualified. They believe that the system that was put in place, that the people adhere to the principles of the system to only employ qualified persons for the position. So they have hope to get there safe. They believe that they're going to get there safe, but the getting there safe is always by God's grace. It's not by their belief. No. It's not. So, this is the power of belief. Belief takes us from one destination to another, literally, on a daily basis. We actually live, function, and travel by belief. And this belief is what informs our faith. So, our beliefs are what navigate us through reality. So because if you believe a certain thing about a place, it will adjust how you react to people or respond to that place. So your beliefs, your personal beliefs, navigate you through life, which informs your faith. So your faith is how you act with certainty and confidence on what you believe to be possible, that you have conceived first in your imagination. So, what a belief also is, a belief is also something that we accept as a fact, or that we accept as the truth. That is what a belief is. So this is why it is necessary to only believe the truth. Don't believe in theories, suppositions, and rumors. Believe only facts, because now your life is based upon what you believe. Because when you act on your belief, and that belief is fact, there's a reward that is positive for it. But if that belief is based upon a lie, then your experience is going to be not as rewarding. It's going to be fruitless, and it's going to be a caged experience. This is why it is the truth that sets us free. Because we believe the truth, and because we act on the truth results only in freedom. Your religious experience is guided by the truth, or rather is to be guided by the truth, which is going to result in freedom. You're going to have emotional freedom, mental freedom, spiritual freedom. You're not going to be caged. We are caged when we believe lies, because God never built no jailhouse for your mind. God doesn't build cages. So when people entertain the belief that God is not absolute, God is not always right, then they begin to question God, question faith. Let's look at how we relate to God in our beliefs. We believe in God because we have accepted the evidence that God is all powerful, because He has created the universe around us, the world that we live in. So since God has done the greater thing of creating our life, then we know that we can trust God with the lesser things, the lesser issues of our individual experience. So He can solve our little problems because He already created a greater thing. So to not trust God is the most insulting thing. It means that you believe that God is inept. He does not know what He is doing, and He does not have the capacity to solve your individual problems. So that would be a false belief. That would be hurtful. So it's easy to believe in God because we recognize that God created all things, hence He has the capacity to deal with lesser issues. And everything in our life is lesser. We can't produce a star. Scientists cannot even produce properly prosthetic mechanisms that act exactly the way the body acts. No, too much things going on. So therefore then man's intelligence is limited It can't even be compared to God's intelligence. There's more intelligence in an atom than in our brains, it seems sometimes. However, whenever you believe, you are accepting something as truth or fact, and the energy of your life is now spent in accomplishing this thing that you have accepted as truth or fact, or the energy of your life is now spent in validating it. So we must believe the truth, beloved. This is necessary to believe the truth. So, because belief is a bridge. So when you read Mark chapter 9 verse 23, Jesus saith unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. So Christ identifies that belief is a bridge to possibility. So you cannot exercise faith for something that you do not believe to be possible. You first have to believe. When you believe, you build that bridge. When you imagine, you build your imagination draws the blueprint, and your belief supplies the raw material for intangible reality. Your belief supplies the raw material for that bridge, and your faith is now able to build it. So belief is a bridge to possibility. All things are possible only if you believe. So if you don't believe that something is possible, it's not going to be possible. Belief is a bridge to possibility. So belief creates possibility, and faith actively turns that possibility into reality. Faith is acting with the expectation, certainty, confidence, and resolve that the thing that you believe to be possible will become a tangible reality, beloved. So again, belief is a bridge to possibility. So have an honest conversation with yourself and realize that you can only exercise faith. You can only have the energy output of the resolve of faith based upon what you first believe to be possible. So adjust the layers of your belief system and go back in your mind and see why you believe what you believe. I believe this because I heard this conversation, and this conversation spoke of that thing in the negative, so I no longer believe that that was possible, and so that changed my belief system. Your belief system is built up on the things that you fed your mind with. Your belief system is built up on what you were taught and how you were educated. Your belief system is built up on the culture that you grew up in, and the things that you were steeped in, and the things that you accepted as normal. So if you think that abuse is normal, you would not believe then that it is possible to live a life without abuse, because you have normalized it. So imagine how many things that we have normalized in our minds and accepted as normal or accepted as a truth. So we accept dysfunction as a truth, that this is the only way. So, and then your belief is also limited by your education or by your ignorance then. So your ignorance can limit your belief. You don't know what is possible because you are not educated as to what are possibilities. And you keep shooting down. So what we need to do is to educate others that, you know what, in this life, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Keep that in your vocabulary. Anything is possible. And it is possible for me. So your belief is a bridge to possibility, beloved. All things are possible according to Christ. All things are possible only to him that believeth. So when Christ was healing people, he asked them, believeth thou that I am able to do this? And they said, yes, Lord, we believe. Boom. The woman with the issue of blood, she personally believed that if she touched the hem of Christ's garment, she was going to be healed. So her faith gave her the energy to push through the crowd, reach to him, to touch him. And that healing that she thought was possible by touch became possible. So is what you believe to be possible for you. Stop allowing what somebody else believes to be possible for them to not be possible for you, or not be. You understand? Stop allowing other people's belief system to govern yours when their belief system is operating to your detriment and not to your benefit. According to it, whatsoever you believe to be possible is possible for you. Jesus said that. So this is a fact of faith. You cannot exercise faith for something that you do not believe to be possible, because belief is the bridge to possibility, and you can only exercise the energy to accomplish something that you believe to be possible. Faith is the output of energy to make things possible in reality that you believed to be possible in mind. Blessings and peace. This is the word of life for your soul today, tomorrow, and forever.